Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We're here at Coldwater High School where the New Knoxville Rangers take on the Upper Scioto Valley Rams. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Sweeterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lambs Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, NKT Productions, and First National Bank. Thank you to those sponsors that allow us to bring you this, and tonight it's girls high school sectional tournament basketball. I'm Jeff Henchen. Alongside me this evening is Ron Cruzy. This game features the Rangers coming in as the number 8 seed versus the Upper Scioto Valley Rams coming in at the 11 seed.
New Knoxville comes in with a 6-16 record. USB comes in with a 5-17 record. Both teams come into the tournament off losing streaks. USB come in on a 5-game losing streak, whereas New Knoxville has lost their last 8 games. They did not play each other during the season, but they did have some common opponents. New Knoxville and Upper Scioto Valley both lost to New Bremen. New Knoxville beat Lehman. USV lost to Lehman. And New Knoxville beat Waynesfield. And Waynesfield beat USV twice during the regular season.
So we'll see how those matchups fare out tonight. Again, New Knoxville the higher seed. The winner of tonight's game will take on the the winner of tonight's seed will take on the number 1 seed, Minster Wildcats, back here in Coldwater at the Palace on the 24th at 8 o'clock. But first, we got this game to go through, so we'll take a short break. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip here on NKTelco Sports.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
Welcome back to the Palace here in Coldwater. The first starter for the Rams of Upper Scioto Valley goes to Miranda Holbrook. For the New Knoxville Rangers, Tasia Louth wears number 2. She's a 5'7" junior. .57 senior Casey Carroll wears number 13. Next starter for New Knoxville wears number 4. She's a 5'6" junior, and her name is Taylor Doty. Sophomore for the Rams wears number 24, Brianna Hurley. Sophomore for New Knoxville wears number 14. She's 5'3" tall. Her name is Samantha Trigo. Haley Hunsucker, number 31, the starter for Upper Scioto Valley Rams. She's a senior. For New Knoxville, number 22, Aaron Scott, a 5'5" junior. And for the Rams, number 32, Avery Sanders, junior. And Meg Drosik wears number 30 for New Knoxville. She's a 5'11" junior. Your starting lineups, the head coaches are Tim Hegemeyer for New Knoxville. He's assisted by Dan Hegemeyer and Matt Gable. The head coach for the Upper Side of Valley Rams is Travis Donnelly. And Ron, the Rangers, the home team tonight. The white jerseys, red numbers trimmed in gray, face off against the Rams in black with red numbers trimmed in white. The Rangers the higher seed. On paper, the numbers offensively for New Knoxville maybe a little less than desirable.
Yeah, they average 37 points a game. The Rams, they come into the game averaging 45, but they also give up 57 points a game. And, you know, you start comparing leagues, the NWCC versus the MAC, and, you know, the numbers maybe aren't
quite comparable apples and apples.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, New Knoxville would like to find some offensive rhythm. They've struggled as of late offensively. The defense is sound, but sometimes you need some offense to go with it. So they'll try to get the rhythm here against Upper Scioto Valley, get a big win, and move on to the next game. Right now, man-to-man defense by the Rams. Trigo, left-hander, finds a bounce pass to Doty. Catches the bottom of the iron. Nice bounce pass from Trigo. Shot missed by Doty, and New Knoxville scoreless in their first possession.
Even though they didn't make the bucket, you'd have to consider that somewhat of a success with a nice bounce pass there.
Not a total failure, correct, but it did not score in a high percentage opportunity. And the Rams muscle through and draw a foul against New Knoxville, and that's one thing the Rangers do not want to get into is foul trouble. Not a very deep bench.
And I think you'd have to say the same thing for Upper Scioto Valley.
Yes. Foul goes against Doty. Neither team, Ron, very deep at all with support.
They gave us a list of 8 players.
And they had 5 in the program.
Yeah, so.
Now they showed up with 14, so I guess if they add those two together, maybe we get the starters and the non-starters. But, yeah, limited. I'm sure a lot of reserve players getting addressed for both teams. And the Rams take the opening lead here, 2-0. They're successful on their first possession. Casey Carroll with the basket. Louth on the right wing. Finds Doty.
Tried the high-low action there.
Scott needs help. And the violation, turnover. So, tough start for the Rangers, Ron.
Yeah,
2 possessions and no points.
They started out very patient with the basketball, looking to get it inside and turn it over before they were able to do that.
Kind of a weave offense here. A nice spin dribble by Hunsaker. Her shot no good. Battled for and rebounded by Meg Jurasic, who leads the team in rebounding with 8 boards a game. She is also the leading scorer with 9 a game.
2 straight possessions for the Rams. They get the ball inside and make one and miss one.
Scott's jumper off the mark, rebounded by the Rams, Hunsaker, and Upper Scioto Valley looking to build that early 2-point lead. 3-point shot. Hunsaker off the mark. Offensive rebound and foul against Jurasic. Casey Carroll with the alert play, seeing the errant shot, getting the rebound and going strong to the glass, picking up a foul on Megan Jurasic. We had the game with the Marion Local Flyers run last week. The Rangers, Jurasic picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and survived, but spent some minutes on the bench, if you will, in the first half as Carroll connects. As you see the errant shot and good heads-up play by Carroll, seeing the rebound, and Carroll with 4 quick points here for the Rams.
The Rangers can ill afford to lose Jurasic to foul trouble, especially this early in the game.
Bounce pass up to Jurasic, over to Doty. Doty, a wide open lane. And number 4 does what she needs to do, and that's get to the bucket and score.
There was no defensive help there by the Rams. Allowed the dribbler to go from the elbow all the way down the lane to the bucket.
So New Knoxville answers with their first points off of the back-to-back free throws by Carroll, who has all 4 Ram points. This is Carroll right here with the basketball. Long 3 off the mark. Another offensive rebound. This time falls in the hands of Avery Sanders. Carroll has it stripped away by Doty. Good hands by Doty, avoiding the foul, but yet getting the basketball stripped out. Trigo thought about 3. Back up to Scott.
Coach Hagemeyer calling out the offensive set he wants.
Looking to get inside, ball knocked away. Pass could not get into Jurasic. Another Ranger turnover.
Didn't give her a real big target there. Just left the Rams girl reach around and grab it.
Hunsicker in trouble, finds a teammate. Baseline jumper, tough shot, taken by Miranda Holbrook. It is missed. Knoxville will look to get offensive here. Tasia Louth, three-pointer, nice shot, no good though. The Rangers at least get a shot that time, avoid the turnover. They have already had a number of turnovers.
The Rams already have 5 rebounds in the first quarter.
And turnovers for the Rangers, Ron, probably at least 3 or 4. There's one for the Rams, as Doty has been aggressive defensively.
Yeah, 2 turnovers for the Rangers, 2 for the Rams.
Scott with the miss, gets her own rebound, muscles it up and in. Good second effort for junior Aaron Scott. The Rangers have no seniors on the squad. So Scott with the basket, as well as Taylor Doty. The score is tied at 4 as we approach the 3-minute, 30-second mark of the first quarter. Hunsicker into the basket, finds a teammate, and Trigo runs her over for the foul.
She made sure she didn't make the shot.
Rangers didn't maybe, roll defensively as they went to help, and Upper Scioto Valley found the open player. Trigo picks up her first foul, team second.
The Rams 3 for 3 from the foul line.
The nice bounce pass, and then again the open player. And both foul shots are made by number 32, Avery Sanders, a junior. So New Knoxville finds themselves down by 2 again. They've yet to lead. Jurasic turnaround jumper off the mark. Boy, no one in the paint for the Rangers. Everything on the outside as far as players rebounding. It doesn't go in, so an easy rebound for the Rams. Doty, another turnover. She's had at least 3 steals, or caused 3 steals. Trigo for 3, no good. Aaron Scott, one-handed rebound, and she is fouled. And for New Knoxville, Morgan Leffel will be checking in, number 5. She's a 5'7" freshman, averaging just over 6.5 points a game, plus 5 rebounds.
And she's the player that seems to be always around the basketball.
Scott for 3. Sized it up just nicely, her 5th point of the night. That possession extended by the foul on Brianna Hurley, her first. Scott with her 5th point, and the Rangers take their first lead, 7-6.
Start out in a flex offense for the Rams.
Hunsicker trying to go back door, and Doty basically caught the ball. I'm not real sure what the foul is going to be on. It looked like
call it on Doty, but
looked like she was the one that caught the ball. Tough call, and obviously there was contact, and Doty will pick up her 2nd foul.
I think both girls were going after the ball. Doty got it.
And then got, then the contact.
The girl that made the contact fell down. So
Jacqueline Leffel, number 3, a 5'9" sophomore, into the ball game. Tough break for Doty. Had a nice game defensively and even scored a basket.
Basically got punished for
catching the ball.
Good defensive play.
Hunsicker misses a shot. Jurasic with the rebound. Scott finds Jurasic from 16 feet, and Meg Jurasic hits the field goal. 9 points for the Rangers.
That might open things up a little bit. A couple outside shots, draw the defense out a little bit, maybe be able to get it inside more.
Open from distance is Carroll, no good. The Rangers will look to advance and attack, and Leffel open from the left corner. Little strong Jurasic offensive rebound. Louth from 15. Coming away with the rebound is number 32, Avery Sanders. She hands off to Hunsicker, who brings the ball down against Louth all the way to the basket. Nice move by Hunsicker, does not drop. Louth with the rebound. Leffel open, off balance. Not the prettiest shot, but a good finish.
She was looking to pass first and looked up and saw she's wide open. Might as well shoot the layup.
And she kissed it off the glass. An easier shot for the left-hander to make it on the left side. Her first bucket, 11-6 now. The Rangers on top by 5. Leffel hands on the ball, and there's a... I'm not real sure what I just saw. Did she just get the elbow, or was it, maybe I missed it, but Scott fouls.
Yeah, they called on Scott. And a nice defensive job there by Leffel. Reaching back, helping out, got her hands on the basketball, and somehow they came up with a foul
on Scott. I thought I saw the offensive player like swing elbows. Usually anything around the head range is not allowed, but a turnover, maybe in the end it all washes out. With under a minute to go here in the first quarter at the Palace in Coldwater, Morgan Leffel, the freshman, will bring the ball down the court for the Rangers offense.
Yeah, the Rams extend their man-to-man defense.
Maybe too open.
Yeah, she had the move, had the nice pass, and went off her foot.
If anything, maybe she was open too soon, that had to wait. You know, it took a little bit for the pass to get there, and sometimes that throws your timing off. Tough break for New Knoxville. They'll look to go back to defense here and get the ball back before the first quarter is over. Hunsicker double dribbles. Good defense there by Louth, forcing the turnover.
And that's 5 turnovers for Upper Scioto.
Under 30 seconds to go. Louth with the basketball now. Leffel in the corner. Shot again. Strong. Rebounded by Jurasic. Pass into Leffel. Knocked away and stolen. Turnover Rangers. So under 10 seconds to go. The Rams trying to get off that 6 mark. Carroll steps through. Good move by Casey Carroll. Not much time. Scott will not get a shot off. It will not count. And after 8 minutes of action, it's New Knoxville 11, Upper Scioto Valley 8. You're watching tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpaw, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
11-8, New Knoxville on top after 8 minutes. And with some first 8-minute action stats, here is Ron Cruzy.
And the Rangers 4 of 9 from inside the arc, 1 of 5 from outside the arc. For the Rams, they are 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. Big difference for the Rams, 4 of 4 from the foul line. The Rangers have not shot a foul shot yet in the game.
Hunsicker to Carroll. They're a good two-man tandem, if you will. And this time they'll reset the offense. Holbrook into the paint. Shot off the mark. Rebounded by Hunsicker, who has her shot go off of Jurasic. So another look for the Rams. Head coach of the Rams is Travis Donnelly. For the Rangers, Tim Hegemeyer. Knocked out of bounds.
The turnovers are kind of come in clusters. The Rams 5 total. The Rangers 4. Rebounding wise, Rangers 9. The Rams 7.
Hunsicker to the basket. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Scott. Leffel out in front from the right side. Will miss it. And Doty is going to be fouled by number 32, Avery Sanders.
There, the Rangers got the ball out, and Maybe they need some more of that. Push the ball up the floor a little bit or get some shots off of it. They've passed up a couple 3-on-2 opportunities and settled for 3-point opportunities, but they've also got some layup opportunities out of it.
Aaron Scott, her second made three-pointer of the game. 14-8 now for the Rangers. Man-to-man defense again by the Rangers. Carroll nearly gets fouled on Doty, but that would have been her third. No whistle. Play on. Trigo to Scott, who has 8 points so far. Make it 10.
A nice drive there by Scott. Went all the way from the left wing to the right side of the basket.
30-second timeout. That will give us a chance here to go through our game sponsors, and Ron will do that.
Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens, Sweeterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Cy Sweeterman, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, WKKI, K94 FM. Scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Think First, and the player of the game will be brought to you by NKTelco.
Thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this, and tonight it's girls sectional tournament basketball here from Coldwater. We're in the Palace, where the Rangers are on top now 16-8 over the Rams.
The Rangers stick to their sticky man-to-man defense, and there's a nice piece of defense right there by number 14, Samantha Trago.
And committing the fouls, number 12, Miranda Holbrook, her first. And it'll be just the third team foul. Rangers inbound at the half-court mark, and will bring it up with 6:30 left until halftime. Rangers have outscored Upper Scioto Valley here in the quarter 5-0. Jurasic inside to Doty. Bounce pass. Decent ball movement. A 2-point shot for Louth off the mark. Good ball movement. The Rangers don't convert.
Yeah, I think that possession, everybody on the Rangers team
touched
that ball.
Holbrook up top being guarded by Trigo. Here comes the screen. I think she goes away from the screen. Carroll open from basically probably anywhere on the court. We've seen her shoot outside and inside. Very creative ball player. Again, goes right at the basket, steps through, muscles it up, can't find the right spot on the bank board. Scott pushing the ball down the court. Rangers in transition. Don't score. Doty offensive rebound. Doty off the glass and in. Taylor Doty, number 4 with 4 points. She might have also 4 steals probably tonight as well.
Right, she got that just out of pure hustle down the floor. She didn't take for granted that the bucket was going to be made by Louth. Fouled the play up and scored.
Trigo beat off the dribble, will foul, and that'll be her second foul. Boy, it's kind of nice to see the Rangers. They've had a couple chances here where they've been able to push the ball down the court, beat up or down the floor. And
yeah, whether they made it or not, they're creating some shots, easy opportunities at the other end.
Morgan Leffel back into the game for Trigo, who will sit down with the 2 fouls.
Their passing seems to be crisp.
Interior pass, it comes away with the Rams. Carroll, tough shot, miss, rebounded by Leffel. She hands off to Scott, another pass down the floor. Louth for 3, no good. Doty, offensive rebound, too strong. It'll stay with New Knoxville. 18-8 the score. The Rams have yet to score here in the second quarter.
So Jacqueline Leffel comes back in the game for the Rangers, replacing Louth.
Jacqueline is open to go inside. Turnaround jumper, number 30, Meg Jurasic now with 4 points.
Nice execution of the out-of-bounds play there. Creates an easy bucket for Jurasic.
All alone up top now is Doty guarding Carroll. Leffel nearly gets the steal. Back to Carroll it goes. Carroll had 6 points in the first quarter. No one from Upper has scored here in the second. Hunsicker will travel. Good help side defense by Megan Jurasic coming over.
Yeah, once she saw her turn her back to the play,
she went after it.
She went after the basketball and was able to force the travel.
12-point Ranger lead. Scott crosses the half-court stripe, finds Doty on the left. Leffel didn't even look at the rim this time. Had a kind of a bad experience for that corner.
She's been a little long.
Thought about it. Scott's hit a couple three-pointers. Coach Hegemeyer will take a timeout with 4:02 left, and we'll find out if it's a full or a 30. It's a full. We'll take a full timeout with them and come back with more tournament basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Rangers take timeout. Not happy was Coach Hegemeyer with their offense against what appears to be now a 2-3 zone defense by the Rams. So the Rangers will go back to work offensively with a 12-point lead.
Yeah, somebody wasn't in the right position.
Leffel from the other side catches back iron, shot no good. Foul on New Knoxville's Tasia Louth, her first. And that'll be a free throw, so the Rangers talked about foul trouble. They don't have anyone with more than 2, but have already committed now team foul number 7. The Rams, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, will get a chance to get their first point of the game, or I'm sorry, first point of the quarter, and will come at the hands of Haley Martin. That one way off the mark. It'll be a violation.
So they're 4 for 5 from the foul line. I was about to say they don't want to put them at the foul line, but after that one, they're just putting the wrong people at the foul line, I guess.
Louth, what's a tough pass, throwing it over. Leffel for 3 off the mark, no good. Jurasic, offensive rebound, keeps the possession alive. Scott needs help, gets help. Entry pass into Leffel, knocked away. So the defense here of the Rams has been a little bit frustrating. The Rangers not able to hit the outside shot.
They're still moving the ball pretty crisply, just not getting the open shot.
Well, as long as you're ahead by 12, I guess it doesn't matter how long you hold on to it. But another pass, you know, from the chest level in the air just is not going to work well. We saw him struggle against the Flyers 1-3-1 defense. Louth to Leffel, over to Scott. Scott from 18, off the mark, no good. This time the Rams come away with the loose ball, and there's a foul. Scott picks up her second foul, so her, Jurasic, Taylor Doty, Sam Trigo, and Aaron Scott for New Knoxville. Now all with 2 fouls, and that will stop the clock and give the Rams a chance to score.
Yeah, and that's the second straight possession where they foul on the other side of the other end of the court.
Miranda Holbrook misses. Rebounded by Jurasic. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Leffel on the mark, but just long. So another long rebound allows the Rangers to corral it and start over again.
It's a pass and cut offense. And
there they get it into the interior. 14-footer off the mark. Rebounded by the Rams, and under 2 minutes to go. It's a 12-point New Knoxville lead. Number 12, Miranda Holbrook with the basketball, being guarded by Morgan Leffel. Crazy kind of force shot. Good defense by Leffel. Good rebound by Leffel. Louth pulls up from 10, and she connects. 2 points for Tasia Louth, number 2 with 2. 14-point New Knoxville lead.
she didn't settle for the three. That she, drove in and took the 10-footer.
Hunsicker working away, high shot off the glass, doesn't drop. The Rams remain scoreless. Long pass down the floor to Jacqueline Leffel, out to Morgan Leffel. Jurasic for three, no good. 60 seconds to play, first half. Rams are trying to get on the board for the first time here in this second quarter. Carroll runs over Jurasic, no good. Scott down the court with the Ranger offense. Inside shot off the glass and in.
Nice job.
12 points for Aaron Scott.
Nice job by Scott. Took it as far as she could and then put it up off the glass.
Under 30 seconds to go, 16-point New Knoxville lead. Hunsicker muscles her way and looks like a shot was blocked by Louth. Again, Jurasic down the floor. Jacqueline Leffel with the bucket, assist from Jurasic. And again, New Knoxville pushing the tempo and forcing the Rams to play the full length of the court.
And that's about the third or fourth time we've seen Jacqueline Leffel beat the Rams down the floor.
Didn't maybe catch it cleanly, but was fortunate, was on the left side, was able to get the shot in from the left side. For New Knoxville, number 11, Taylor Newman, a 5'7" sophomore, into the ball game.
So give her credit for that. She's not hitting from the outside, but she is hustling, running the floor.
And she can't quite make the three-point play. Under 15 seconds to go. Carroll with the basketball. I would expect it to probably stay in her hands. Tough shot. Again, no whistle. Carroll with the rebound, up and in. The first 2 points of the quarter. Leffel shot will not go down at the buzzer, and after 2 8-minute periods of action, New Knoxville on top by 16, 26-10. We'll be back with second half action here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
Welcome back to the Palace in Coldwater, Ohio. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me tonight is Ron Cruzy, and we have halftime where the Rangers enjoy a 26-10 lead over the Rams. And with our first half stats, here's Ron.
From the field, the Rams were 3 of 21. The Rangers were 12 of 32. From the three-point line, 0 for 4 for the Rams, 2 of 11 for the Rangers. From the foul line, Rams 4 of 6. The Rangers 0 of 1. Rebounding-wise, that battle went to the Rangers 23-14, and USV with 7 turnovers, and New Knoxville with 4. So the rebounding figures definitely favors the Rangers at 23-14, and also the number of shots, 32 shots for the Rangers and 21 for the Rams, and a lot of that has to do with the rebounding edge of the Rangers.
Well, the Rangers on top by 16 will look to keep that margin and, again, try to build on some offense here. If you duplicate the first half, you would end up with 52. That's well above their average. I think, Ron, you said they come in averaging maybe 37 a game. And
yeah, 37 a game, so they're way above that. Right now they're at a 52-point pace.
Struggled a little bit, though, I thought, Ron, in the half court where they were most efficient was kind of getting the ball out and forcing the pace a little bit and trying to get some buckets in transition.
Yeah, and you couple that with the fact that the Rams average 45 points a game and they're at 10, so they're on a 20-point pace. So, but the Ranger defense probably is paying off here.
Trigo open for 3. Good start for the Rangers. Assist Louth. Trigo, her first made three-pointer of the game and her first 3 points.
So New Knoxville stays in their typical man-to-man. They'll probably play that the whole game, barring foul trouble, I should say.
Louth off the glass, no good. Injured player for the Rams. They will stop the game as soon as the play settles down in the backcourt. We have a down Ram player. We'll take a short break here as they attend to her. We'll be back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Welcome back here as play has stopped now as they attend to an injured Ram player, and she is now up and walking off the court now. We hope that she's okay. There you see her, number 12, Miranda Holbrook, a senior. Hopefully just a little bit of a bump and she can recover. The Rangers with the basketball, a 29-10 lead. They opened up their first possession with a designed three-point shot from Trigo. They're going to do the same thing again to get the shot off. There's that dangerous pass. I didn't like it in the first half. I don't like it in the second half. Kind of a chest pass run over a tall defender. It was deflected numerous times in the first half, and that time stolen for the turnover. The Rams just 2 points in the second quarter, and those came at the very tail end, so they struggled offensively against the Ranger defense the second period.
And what makes that pass look bad is the fact that it didn't get over the defensive player's head, and even if it did, it was in the air for a long time for the defense to pick it off.
Trigo rebounds the errant Ranger three-point shot. So Scott over to Louth, bounce pass to Jurasic, in rhythm. Jurasic, a bucket in each quarter, 6 for the game. Nice bounce pass to Jurasic from Louth.
And when they've gotten the ball into her there at the high post, it seems like she's open for the shot.
Carroll in trouble, has her ball stripped from behind. Scott down, muscles up, shot off the mark, no good. A lot of contact again near the hoop, nothing called. The Rams with the basketball. Carroll being harassed by a couple of Rangers. Carroll steps in, kind of forces a shot, gets her own rebound back. right into Drosick, who stood straight up and stood still.
Carroll has taken some off-balance shots.
Trigo cannot connect. Held ball, jump ball. Another Ram player is down.
Carroll seems like she goes in and lowers her right shoulder and does not square her shoulders up to the hoop when she shoots, and it makes it look awkward. Maybe she does that all the time, but
they're trying to get a shot off, and maybe when you don't have a good look, she tries to either draw contact.
Yeah.
There have not been many whistles. Like sometimes you'll get referees that will call that.
Yeah.
But if you don't get a call, it's a very difficult shot.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It's not the way you would teach it.
You know, there have been players that can master that. They've done a nice job stepping through as Drosick with the steal. Bounce pass from Scott to Louth, no good. Another jump ball.
The Rangers are missing some layups. Probably, I would say, a half a dozen of them.
Morgan Leffel in for Tasia Louth.
That time they had 2-on-1. Nice pass from Scott and couldn't convert it.
Nearly a steal, ends up in Trigo's hands, knocked out of Doty's hands by Carroll, who gets it back from her teammate, and kind of a sloppy quarter here, a little bit of physicality.
Like a rugby scrum.
Tough shot by Hunsicker, but she drops it. Kind of a fadeaway turnaround jumper. Hunsicker, the first points of the game for her, now on the books with 2. Scott being defended up top by Martin. Trigo thought about 3, goes in. Right hand shot off the mark. Rebounded by Haley Martin. Hands off to Hunsicker, who scored the last time down. Runs into Leffel, ball lost, and another turnover. And Scott now will reset the Ranger offense. And
that's 4 turnovers here in the first 4 minutes for the Rams.
Scott to Trigo, over to Doty. Doty thought about it, and then buried it. She also 2 points in each quarter, 6 on the game.
That's usually not a good idea when you hesitate and then shoot it, but she got by with it and made it.
Carroll, reverse spin, more on balance shot that time, left it short, rebounded by New Knoxville. Down the court they go, Trigo to Scott. Leffel now up top will reset the Ranger offense. Over to Drosick.
Go in their high flex offense.
Leffel back out to Doty, all the way swung around to Trigo in the corner. Drosick with the basket. Drosick now with 8. A timeout for Coach Donnelly. The Rangers on top, 35-12. We'll be back after words from our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Rangers in control right now, 35-12 with 3:08 left in the third quarter. And offensively, Ron, the Rangers continue to gel offensively, and the defense has just yielded 2 points.
Right, the defense, they're playing a really nice man-to-man defense, and it seems like Upper Soda Valley's, their shot selection isn't the best right now, and they're throwing up off-balance shots. Now they're just going to one-on-one basketball.
And it results in not a turnover. The held ball possession arrow favors or stays with Upper Scioto Valley.
And where they've had success probably is quite a bit of that one-on-one up the lane and getting a layup.
High arcing pass to Carroll, just a little too much. Doty runs it down.
Yeah, that's our 5th turnover here in the quarter.
So Jurassic, back to Trigo. Jurassic had the last Ranger basket. Illegal screen, I believe, or?
I think it's going to go against USV.
24 commits the foul. You got to be careful it's not a flagrant as the arms are beginning to move. And we've seen a lot of, this quarter's been kind of awkward. It's been a little, I won't say rough, just a little.
They're letting them get by with a lot of things.
Yeah. And sometimes that just makes for, what do you say, a nice flow to the game because it's just kind of sloppy at times. So right now the Rangers trying to just kind of kill a little clock, force the defense to work for Upper Scioto Valley, take care of the basketball and shorten the game a bit.
Yeah, if they get a layup, they'll take it. And there, I think we're
fighting through the screen.
Yeah.
You can't go through them, even though it's a solid screen. Doesn't give you the right to run through people. You have to go around them. Right now, fouls piling up, or a couple here back-to-back against the Rams.
Yeah, with a 23-point lead, you can afford to be very patient with the basketball. Get a layup if you can, and there's no sense in firing up threes right now.
Interior pass to Jurassic, step through.
Referee didn't think that was a step through.
Yeah, I thought it was legal.
Steps through.
Yeah,
but it looked legal to me, too.
So the Rams, again, just 2 points in the second quarter, just 2 points here in the third. Jurassic down the court to Doty. She goes up off the glass, and Taylor Doty with her 8th point. Another bucket in transition for the Rangers.
They just keep getting more and more layups.
And the bucket finally for the Rams. They get on the board. That one coming from Carroll. She's had a nice night. She has 10 points. Had 6 of those in the first quarter, 2 in the second. The lone bucket by the Rams, and now this one here. And there's another.
Wow, she ran through the screen. They called a foul on the screener.
Carly Flutterjohn, number 10, in for the lineup, or into the lineup for the Rangers, a 5'6" sophomore. So we approach the final minute 15 of the third quarter. Pass nearly out of bounds. Flutterjohn defending against Holbrook, and that one drops. So Holbrook, her first basket of the game. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Jacqueline Leffel needs help, gets it over to her classmate Flutterjohn. Rangers will reset their offense and dump down into Jurassic.
Nice
Muscle it
move.
up. Leffel with the rebound. Jurassic shot off the mark. Leffel with the offensive rebound will go to the foul line.
Jurassic did the hard part. She put on the good move.
Just missed the bank board.
Right.
Leffel, 74% free throw shooter from the line. Averaging, as I mentioned earlier, just over 6.5 points a game. Misses the first free throw.
That's the first free throw of either team here in the third quarter.
Leffel makes 1 of 2. 38-16, 22-point margin of margin right now, lead for the Rangers. And there's a whistle, and free throws coming up now for number 12, Miranda Holbrook, who scored on her last possession. Will get to go to the free throw line with 28 seconds left.
She definitely likes the right hand from the left side. Drives from the left wing with her right hand into the lane quite often and tries to put up the shot.
successful on that one. Her third point all here in the third quarter. Actually, the last 3 points have come at the hands of Miranda Holbrook, and she makes both. 20-point Ranger lead with 28 ticks left in the third. Leffel with the basketball. Flutterjohn. Under 15 to go for New Knoxville. They'll reset and go to work here. The final possession of the third quarter. Leffel steps through, finds Morgan Leffel. Doty. Leffel needs to get a shot off, steps inside. That one's strong. And there's your third quarter buzzer. The Rangers lead 38-18. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Rangers on top. They outscore Upper Scioto Valley 12-8 in the third quarter. Expand their lead to 20, Ron, and Rangers continue to do it on both ends of the floor.
Right, they're cutting their turnovers down. They've only got 7 so far in 3 quarters. They come in the game averaging 13 a game. And for the Rams, they're at 12 turnovers right now. And the Rangers are really controlling the backboards, 29 to 16.
So the final quarter, here's the Upper Scioto Valley Rams. Kind of played a more aggressive defense, if you will, in the third quarter. A lot of kind of contact going on in the third quarter, and they played a little bit of zone in the second quarter that seemed to give New Knoxville a little bit of trouble, but basically all man-to-man in the third for both teams. Scott inside to Jurasic, and she travels.
So they're getting the ball down to her, and one time she makes a good move and misses a shot, and another time she
makes a shot, but travels.
Yeah, so she
maybe
needs
next
to
time
get
will be
both the positive things together, and away she goes.
Hunsicker, not real sure which one she was throwing to, goes off of the Rams player and out of bounds. Another Ram turnover.
And right now, I'm sure Coach Eckemeyer would just like to see the ball get inside to Jurasic and her make the move and make the bucket. Now, the Rams come up with a 3-2 press.
Scott backs up the Ranger offense. They go to work again. A little bit of a higher set offense. Pick and roll.
There, a nice bounce pass. And again, can't make the layup.
Doty recovers her own missed shot. Ruins the assist from Trigo, pads her rebounding stat, but gets her 10th point of the night. Carroll on the inside, she is fouled. Casey Carroll also with 10 will go back to the foul line. She's 2 for 2 there tonight. Both those back in the first quarter.
Rams are 6 of 8 from the free throw line for the ball game. Doesn't get the bounce that time.
Makes good on the second free throw, her 11th point. Still a big lead for New Knoxville. Need to take advantage of take care of the basketball here. The Maybe turned the wrong direction there. It looked like the baseline was open. Went to the right. Rangers come up empty, as I think she got a lot of encouragement from the Rangers sideline. The same thought process going towards the baseline. Tough break. Rangers come away scoreless. They still maintain the 21-point lead. Hunsicker spins. Drossic there to stop and nearly calls the turnover. Carroll down inside. It goes to Sanders. Knocked away, taken away by New Knoxville.
They got the numbers.
Scott to Trigo, stepped inside of the inside of the 3-point line, so it'll be a long 2-point basket. Trigo now with 5 points. Cross court pass to Hunsicker. 3-point shot off back iron, no good. Trigo corrals the backside rebound. Open down the court is Doty. And she will score the left-hand layup. Running the floor, and assist from Scott. Basket by Doty, now with 12 points. Also had an aggressive first quarter run. We mentioned number steal she had in the first 8 minutes. Picked up a couple fouls. That time she gets beat though by Casey Carroll, who scores a basket and picks up the foul against Doty. Oh, it actually goes against Trigo. Trigo's third.
That was a lot better shot, or looking shot for
Carroll
that time than what she's been putting up the rest of the game.
Makes good on the foul shot, her 14th point. Scott steps through the double team attempt. Trigo runs out of room under the basket, gives it back to Scott, who kisses it off the glass.
And they're just beating the Rams down the floor right now.
14 for Aaron Scott. Five minutes left here. Again, the winner of this game will move on to play the number 1 seed in this Wapak District Tournament bracket, and that right now is the Minster Wildcats. And right now it appears that New Knoxville will move on to take on the Wildcats. And that'll be on Saturday at 8 o'clock back here in Coldwater in the Palace. That will follow the Marion Local New Bremen game. That should be a nice ball game. The Marion Local Flyers, number 7 seed, take on the number 3 seed New Bremen Cardinals. They were victorious tonight over Waynesfield, 46-22. Ironically, Ron, the same score we have right now.
That's
I
correct.
did not even plan that. It was meant to be.
You got a good memory.
Yes, I do. Drossic down the court to Trigo, bounce pass to Doty. Doty with the uncontested basket or shot, and she makes good on it. 14 for Doty.
And the transition defense by the Rams is non-existent right now.
They're double teaming the ball. New Knoxville's getting through it very easily and then passing the ball quickly down court. Hunsicker with the basket. Trigo runs it down, finds Louth, who misses the interior shot, battles, gets her own rebound, misses it. I'd like to see a shot chart, Ron. How many shots the Rangers have made inside that little like arc, if you will, that's not on the court, but the arc that you'd see in a college game and a pro game.
Yeah, the arc would be filled up. You'd have to go to the next level of arcs.
Travel violation there as Hunsicker lost her balance. Automatic travel violation. Morgan Leffel in for Jurasic.
It would definitely be a 2-decker, and a lot of them wouldn't be a solid circle either.
It'd be an open circle.
Yeah.
Jurasic right now with 8 points. Doty having a nice night. Doty now another kiss off the glass. 16 for Taylor Doty. Rangers fall back to zone, and Carroll with the long 3-pointer rebounded by Trigo.
That's the way they started the game, with a long 3 by Carroll.
Scott, ball stripped away by number 14, Haley Martin. She scores, so the Rangers do not take care of the basketball. Haley Martin steps in, gets a score, or scoop and score. Her first 2 points of the game.
Whoa.
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on as Trigo, through all that, hits the 3-point bucket. And Trigo with 8. So 53-26, under 3 minutes to go.
The
A
Rangers,
host of substitutes waiting to come in.
The Rangers have gone to a 3-2 zone.
Doty, the scoop and the score.
The Rams are tired. They're not getting back.
Nope. Passes are softer, and Carroll open straight on, way off the mark. And be careful here if New Knoxville maybe calls a timeout to get players into the game as Lout scores easily. There's the whistle in the 30-second timeout. So a big fourth quarter for New Knoxville, taking advantage of the press, if you will, attempt by the Rams.
And they're just going to keep going. The Rangers didn't want the timeout. They just wanted to
I wish they
stop
have that
the
in
clock
college
to sub.
and pros, or something like I've seen in college. Just stop the game, let the subs get in, and go. But usually spend more time trying to explain what you're trying to do. Than
They have it in high school. They just Coach Gable there told them, but they just went on with the 30-second timeout. But you can just stop the clock and sub.
We saw a game, I think
It's
it was over
good
the weekend.
sportsmanship is what it
Yep.
is.
Well, I saw a game, I think this weekend, where the referee stopped the game himself. He just blew the whistle, allowed the subs to come in, and they went right on.
Yeah.
That way the players, the referees know those players want to get in, and sometimes teams just run offense and you just lose time where those kids could at least get into the game and play. So a lot of substitutions in right now for the Rangers. Aaron Scott still on the court, Jacqueline Leffel, Carly Flutterjohn, Morgan Leffel, and Taylor Newman. And now Alicia Wiedock will give Aaron Scott a break. Aaron Scott a nice night. Some excitement by the Rangers as they are on their way to a matchup with the Minster Wildcats. And New Knoxville didn't play them just too long ago. They met each other, the Rangers and Minster, on February 8th. The Wildcats dominate the Rangers 45-20. So the Rangers have a lot of work to do Saturday night against the #1 seeded Minster Wildcats. Jacqueline Leffel, only fitting. She's taken a number of shots. Finally, she gets the one to drop.
Good for her. Big smile on her face. That's what it's all about.
7 in the game now for Leffel. So 60-26. One more point. We'll have a running clock, Ron.
Well, that's correct.
I don't know if we mentioned this game or the other game.
We mentioned it early in this game.
Okay.
I think.
Once it gets above 35, it's a running clock. To stop that, in this case, Upper Scioto Valley would have to get it down to 30. In for the ball game is number 12, Hannah Newman, replacing Leffel. So the final minute 20 running here now, or I should say running clock, but under a minute 20. Flutterjohn to Newman. Alicia Wiedock off the iron, no good. Out of bounds, will stay with New Knoxville. Minute 6 left. So the Rangers and the Wildcats will match up here. It'll be an all-Midwest Athletic Conference final. The Rangers, in the first game, Marion Local versus New Bremen. Second game features Minster and New Knoxville. Another Ranger into the game is Liberty Mankey, number 40. If you don't know Liberty, she won a God Flag and Speech contest and was honored at one of the home games. Congratulations to Liberty Mankey on that award. The final 51 seconds left here at Coldwater. Flutterjohn to inbounds. Taylor Newman, tough shot off the mark, no good. Battle forward, jump ball will stay with New Knoxville. They're getting another chance. Goes over to Upper Scioto Valley. Flutterjohn knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Upper. And the final substitute will be Elizabeth Bandea. She will first check in.
Yeah. She forgot that part. Now she's got that down.
So all the Rangers in. And there with the rebound. Flutterjohn pushing it down court to Wiedock. Wiedock in, shot up off the glass, no good. Jump ball will go to the Rangers underneath their own basket with just 20 seconds left.
We might get to the running clock.
No,
It's going to be close.
Rangers need to get to 35-point lead. Any type of score would do it. Wiedock to Newman. No good. 15 and counting. Shot by the Rams, no good, and that'll be it. The Rangers will win tonight, 60 for New Knoxville, 26 for Upper Scioto Valley. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Coldwater. You're watching high school girls tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Coldwater. Jeff Henshin here along with me, Ron Cruzy, with our game stats. Here's Ron.
From the field, the Rangers 27 of 63, the Tigers 9 of 41. From the three-point line, the Tigers 0 of 9, the Rangers 5 of 14. From the free throw line, 8 of 11 for for Upper Scioto Valley, and for the Rangers 1 of 3. Rebounding wise, the Rams had 20, the Rangers 39. The Rams ended the game with 17 turnovers, the Rangers with 10. So big numbers there. Rebounding edge 39 to 20 in favor of the Rangers. 17 turnovers for the Rams and the Rangers with 10. And the number of shots taken, 63 for the Rangers and 41 for the Rams. So all those numbers lead to a 60 to 26 victory for the New Knoxville Rangers.
It's good to see the Ranger offense kind of get on rhythm a little bit, get some buckets in transition, hit some shots from mid-range, if you will, and then convert on the interior at the end there, breaking down that press. So A good performance for New Knoxville for the Rams. They end their season. They were led tonight by Casey Carroll. She ends the game for the Rams with 14 points. For New Knoxville, leading scorer Taylor Doty with 18, 14 from Aaron Scott, 8 apiece from Sam Trigo and Megan Jurasic, 7 from Jacqueline Leffel, 4 from Tasia Louth, and 1 from Morgan Leffel, their total of 60. And before we exit tonight's game, we're going to announce our player of the game. That is being sponsored by NKTelco Sports. And that's going to go to number 4, Taylor Doty. Played some great defense in the first quarter and then went on to score 18 in the game. 10 of those in the fourth quarter, but played a fine defensive game early on. Had a couple fouls, sat out a little bit in the first, but played a solid game. Congratulations to Taylor Doty, our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco Sports. That will wrap things up here from Coldwater. I'd like to thank our staff that included our camera crew, Patrick Toller, Kurt Kuffner, Caleb Crusette, our engineering production staff tonight, Isaac Sell and Daniel Allen. For my partner, Ron Cruzy, I'm Jeff Henshin. We hope that you enjoyed watching tonight's game. Once again, your final score, New Knoxville 60, Upper Scioto Valley 26.